Welcome back to famous movie Spy within a time constraint of 5 minutes. By killing live eliminated players, No Yul keeps up her sabotage of the troops' organ trade. Many other teams are motivated to achieve after Hyunju's team uses mutual support to win. Young-bae, jun-hee, and players 001 and 388. Kong Dae-ho form an alliance with gi-hun. They are successful and trade names following the game, although player 001 poses as Oh Young-il. Two soldiers engaged in the organ trafficking attack No Yul and tell her to stop meddling. Player 001 urges the players to vote against carrying on with the game at the subsequent vote, but a greater majority chooses to do so because they think the reward pool is still too small. Gi-hun shares with Young-bae his increasing doubts about saving everyone. In the meantime, Woo-suk and Jun-ho, they are now searching for the island with a larger mercenary crew. Players must create groups according to a predetermined number before entering designated rooms for the third game, Mingle. Players' inability to arrange their alliances in rooms during Mingle leads to conflict, betrayal, and ally deaths. Young-bae sees player 001 murder another player in order to get a room for themselves during the last round. In order to prevent a physical altercation, gi-hun and player 001 debate whether to convince other players to vote to halt the games after the game. A number of players, notably player 125 who has been obedient to Thanos and Namgyu, alter their votes to X during the voting process. Player 001 wins the decisive vote once more, tying the game. Players have 1 day to re-vote. Min-soo, player 125, is coerced by Thanos and Namgyu to switch his vote to O in the restroom, but Myung-gi and other players who cast X votes step in to support him. After a struggle, Myung-gi stabs Thanos with a fork, killing him after Thanos strangles him. One of the mercenaries is killed when Jun-ho's crew finds a potential entrance on an island and finds out it is a decoy set up with explosives. After sabotaging Jun-ho's team's drone, Captain Park is exposed as a double agent. Players discover they can murder people to increase the prize pool and demoralize the opposition votes after the bathroom fight. Gi-hun persuades a small contingent of X-players to refrain from fighting, claiming that the game's developers are the real adversaries. Gi-hun's squad remains hidden throughout a bloody dorm slaughter, while the rest of the X-gang suffers severe casualties. They only come to light when soldiers show up. After baiting the troops, Gi-hun's squad kills all but one of them and seizes their weapons. They incite an uprising and make the last soldier guide them to the command center. But as they go, more troops start shooting, and the uprising begins to wane when the group runs out of ammunition. Dae-ho, who is supposed to get more, has a panic attack and can't make it back. As other players who submit are put to death, player 001 betrays the gang by murdering 2 of them and pretending to be dead. Both gi-hun and Young-bae are captured. In-ho, who is now disguised as the frontman, murders Young-bae in front of gi-hun, who is appalled.